Good morning. For this assignment, I'm taking the stance that corporate broadcast and print journalists are ill prepared to deal with the current administration. Um, I do think that satire has a firm leg over traditional journalism because they get paid to make people laugh, make people pay attention, so they poke fun at what's going on currently. There's a lot less of the partisan conflicts of interest that happen. I always think it's kind of funny. Like, for example, my dad's a diehard conservative, and so he only watches Fox News because it's fair and unbalanced. I always point out to him that it is biased. It just happens to be biased in the way he thinks. As far as comedy goes, comedy is generally not biased by nature. I mean, we all laugh at everybody. The Pew Research Center actually did a study about one specific satire show, The Daily Show with Jon Stewart. They realized when they were asking people about who their favorite journalist was that a comedian, Jon Stewart, kept popping up in the polls. So they kind of dug a little deeper into that and to look at why people think of Jon Stewart as a journalist and not just as a comedian. They noticed that a large percentage of his show was based on the news. The clearest focus, it says, was politics, especially Washington politics and U.S. foreign affairs. They did say, it did point out that a good deal of news was absent from the Daily Show. You know, major events such as the tragic Minneapolis bridge collapse or the shootings at Virginia Tech, you know, these which were all over the news, were absent from the Daily Show. So I think that's kind of an obvious why. I mean, no person in their right mind is going to make light or make jokes of these tragedies. But politics is a different issue, and by using comedy, we can kind of force people to think critically. In fact, according to the Pew, quote from the Pew Research Center's survey, it says, in its choice of topics, its use of news footage to deconstruct manipulations by public figures, and its tendency towards pointed satire overplaying just for laughs, The Daily Show performs a function that is close to journalistic in nature, getting people to think critically about the public square. All jokes, all sarcasm is always based in some semblance of truth. And I think by using satire and poking fun at the current political climate, it forces people to really think, he really did just say that. And it makes it a little bit easier to believe these people because there's not as much of the partisan, you got to stay along the party lines as what happens in the traditional media. Thank you. Bye.